Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina in Wake Forest Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Notre Dame head coach told me before the game, Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Coming out with it, it's Carr. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Wake Demon Deacons offense that has the first possession of the game. And here comes Gio Lopez. More than 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns last time out. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over him from the moment the ball left his hand.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Here comes the heat. Got the first down. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Demon Deacons want to pick up the tempo.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
They'll go right back to the run. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Hauls it in. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. The Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. So Notre Dame's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
Now, he was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal.
Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here we go, ready to go. Right back to the well. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Throwing, Carr. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
It's complete on the right side. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Wake Forest ready to get things going as the offense is on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has...
Punt, and he's got room.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The play fake, Lopez. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity, and they weren't able to do it there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's Lopez to throw. Steps away. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30, and he'll work his way on the return. To the 35-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after turning it on. Got enough for the first. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Wiggins. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Throwing, Lopez. Lost one deep down the right side. Pulls in the deep ball. Ripped past midfield. Finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
In the red area, it's Wiggins. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. Did these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again. Yeah. Makes the catch, and he's free. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Mobley. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. The sure hands, it's Graham. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Going to the run, it's Mobley. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Mobley. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And he's in for his 2nd touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone. And I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Under fire, and they got him.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. Secondary.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Slithers into space. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play.
Offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Graham. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. He might want another play. Here's Carr to throw. Makes the catch. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Notre Dame comes to the line. That last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sideline. Big boys in the goal line D. To throw, it's Carr. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Pocket breaking down. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Rushes on him. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
14.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here come the Irish back on offense. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. On first down, here comes this offense. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Carr. Got a man. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. Notre Dame right back to the line. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr finds his man down the middle. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
Hey, check it. Go.
Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Throwing, Carr. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now on the move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Could not make his way to the corner.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They're in the gun, 3rd down, here's Carr. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. The field goal is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here's Lopez to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
The Demon Deacons are in the hurry-up.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Lopez to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It'll be 3rd and long. Throwing, Lopez. Finds his big tight end. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. Quarterback extends the play. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes a catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. From the gun, 3rd down, Gio Lopez. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Lopez to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Lopez. Intercepted to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. He's at the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Irish. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Fielded in the end zone. It's Daniels. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a first down. Lopez from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 20. Touchdown, Wake Forest. They take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
He's taking the deep shot. They went for it all on first down, didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with everything on the line.
Caught over the middle. It's Wiggins. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He lobs one high down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Officials stop the clock for a timeout. 3 seconds remaining in this one, and what will almost certainly be the last snap of the ball game. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season outs, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have, and man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw earlier in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence, and David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.